Good afternoon, everybody. Chris with 8280 Creative. Um, I wanted to record this because I had somebody from California email me questions about a clothing company that they're starting one and they just want some advice and guidance. The question he has was one of the questions he has: do you suggest small clothing lines, to screen their own shirts? Um, it looks easier than I thought it was. Yes, I would recommend, if you're a small clothing company, to purchase your own equipment that'll print a few shirts here and there so that your costs are way down. Um, Normally, going to a regular screen printer, they require 12-piece minimums, 24-piece minimums. Now, if you have the capital to pay for it, then go for it. But as I've said in my other videos, is if your designs aren't up to par, no one's gonna buy them. So you kind of waste your money. Now everybody thinks they're a great, you know, designer and artist and everything else, and that may be true, but not everybody. You can't appeal to everybody. So with clothing lines, if there's a specific genre or style you're going for, make sure that you're comparable to what's already out there, and that's something brand new. Which nowadays everything's been done. Um, but yeah, definitely purchase your own machine. I think SilkScreenSupplies.com has a little starter kit for like $500 or $600, and it prints I think two colors. They give you all the chemicals you need, things like that. Just a little starter kit. And you obviously wanted to do that because you don't have to do 12 shirt minimums when you're doing your own shirts. You just do whichever shirts you want. This way you can produce, say you have 25 designs, you can produce 25 designs and 25 shirts and pass them out to friends, or do your own market research, which means go to the malls and have out a sample book. Say, hey, we're building a clothing company, which of these designs do you like? Get an idea of what people like out there, you know and being able to print your own promo shirts is awesome. So um, when you start getting into the, hey, a customer or a client wants to purchase 24 pieces or 72 pieces, definitely go to a screen printer, um, because you don't want to screw up a 72 piece order. And if you do, it's out of your pocket for sure. At least with a screen printer, somebody who does it for, as their own business, they know what the hell they're doing. And if they screw up 72 shirts, they are liable for 72 shirts. You won't be. So, but of course, you're liable to get product and money back to your customer. But yes, definitely having your own way on screening your own shirts from home or from your office or from wherever is is the best way to go. It's cheaper. Let me read what else he says. My other concern is getting my website up. I want to do it on my own, but I still want it to look professional. Well, again, I have a lot of clients outside of the clothing company uh, market that say, "Hey, my daughter can make our website, so I don't need your service." Okay, well, is your daughter in high school still? Is she learning how to do web design? Is she picking a template from this free website? You know what I mean? It's like, you want to look professional, you have to pay professional fees. Um, unless you know what you're doing, and unless you can actually create one. And if that's the case, then that question shouldn't be in your mind. If your question is, I want to build it on my own but look professional, you know what I mean? You should be paying somebody to do your website. However, in this economy, it's hard for a small business to push out, $1,700 for a pretty bad website, or even $500 for a really simple website. It's just more money to start your business. There are WordPress is a big thing. WordPress is a free content management system program that you put onto your server. There's third-party designers who created themes for these uh, WordPress sites, and basically you're able to choose from over 3,000 themes that people have already created to make that WordPress template or program look different from everybody else's. Trust me, the the good looking templates have been used over and over and over again by different people. So you're not the only one who's going to have it. Will you look professional? The theme will look professional. Your content may not. You know what I mean? The I wish I could give you an example right now, but you can use an awesome WordPress theme and WordPress for free, and all you're really paying for is your domain and maybe your hosting, um, which is like a one-time fee of maybe about $100. But the way you place your content, the way the images look, um, the way the images are displayed, might not look as professional. So how could I do it on my own and still be professional? If you know what you're doing, that's how it's going to look professional. Um, but we provide sites at a low cost, and we also have payment plans for websites. So if you want $1,000 website, $1,700 website, you can get that. Throw down half or throw down 500 of it, and every month we bill you every month, and you can pay off your website. You know, um, Obviously, if you're trying to build a business and you're using this business and you're selling product, um, we know you're going to pay us. If not, the website comes down and it's ours. But so I guess, can you do it yourself and look professional? We can build you the site and make it so that the content that goes on is perfect and goes with the site, and then you can manage your site after we're done with it for sure. So you can do it on your own. You don't need a webmaster to do it. You can do it all on your own. I did it all on my own. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to design. I know how to build websites. I know how to market. I know how to do all that stuff. So there was no questions in my mind. The only questions I had was, am I doing this right? How do I go about doing this? And I had to learn. But um, you can do it yourself and be professional. WordPress, like I said, with a nice theme on it, or even there's a bunch of other CMS programs out there like Jamba. What was the other one? Client Cube or something like that. But you're limited to what you can do, and again, you have to have that designer eye to make sure the website functions right and makes it looks right. Um, Let me see if there's anything. Any other information you think you should be established? A clothing company online should know. I think is the basis when you're starting research. I I've said it before. When you first starting a clothing company, you better make sure that your designs are up to par. First and foremost, screw the name, screw your domain. Don't worry about how you're gonna print the shirts. The artwork needs to be there. Period. In my eyes, clothing companies, you're selling pieces of art on clothes, right? Um, but if you're like let's say, okay, Adidas, for instance, their clothing line is already being established because of their shoes. So they can just put a logo on their shirt and sell it for $25. When you're a brand new clothing company, you're trying to sell artwork, that artwork better be appealing to a lot of people, to a range of people, because if you're marketing, let's say, not to be racial or anything, let's say you're marketing a Japanese gymnast that's going to the Olympics. You know what I mean? That's like a very tiny market. You're you're trying to get everybody. You know what I mean? Your market needs to be rather wide, I think, for a clothing company to work. Um, so yeah, your designs need to be there for sure. Um, After your designs are set and you can sell some shirts, go produce a couple, 12, minimum shirt, pass them out to friends. Um, but with clothing companies comes a lot of marketing. Your marketing is maybe more important than printing your shirts or finding out how to print your shirts. Without people knowing who you are, you're not going to print shirts. You know what I mean? But of course, before you want people to know who you are, you want them to have that feeling of looking you up online because they like what the designs are, they like what you stand for. So clothing companies, you need to have your designs in order. You need to promote and market and promote and market some more. don't think you're going to make a lot of money off your shirts in the first 2-3 years. And I know people say, oh, if the business lasts within the first 2-3 years, it's going to be good, or 5 years before they start making profit. In this market, in this service of clothing companies, is very true. Unless you have a lot of money to market and a lot of money to promote, um, it's not going to survive. If you're a guy who just has a few cool designs and they just want to sell them, you might want to start thinking about selling your designs to websites like, I think it's tshirtfactory.com. They purchase um, uh, different shirt designs and they resell them over and over and over again, and you get a commission out of it, whatever. Um, but you got to have those designs up. You got to throw them up on your Facebook, have people comment on them. You know, go to the malls, step out of your comfort zone, and step up to people and say, "Hey, would you wear this shirt? Would you wear? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? What do you expect to pay for it? You know, once you get all your research done, then you know what kind of shirt to print on. You're gonna know how many quantity people are gonna want. There is a lot to a clothing company. Um, I'm gonna end this real quick and come back. I don't want this video to be too long. So if you want to, I'll be right back after I drop this and upload this to YouTube. If you have any questions, get me on Facebook, facebook.com/8280, 8280, or Chris at 8280.com. I think the email's up there somewhere. Um, Send me your questions or whatever, and we'll keep going at it. But there is a lot to know about any business in general, But clothing companies, people think that they're easy to start and they're good money makers. But if you have those few variables there and they're correct, yeah, it's a good money maker. But a lot of people think that their artwork is awesome, and everybody's gonna want to buy it because their mom told them so. You know what I mean? So I'll be right back.